Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TCNJ Kids Show. I'm your host, Tona, and today here I have with me
Olaoluwa.
Mr. Ebube.
Aviel.
Thank you all for being here on this episode of the TCNJ Kids Show. So today we'll be talking about when I grow up, what kind of man will I be? So, as a man, how do you think, what kind of man should a person be? And Ola and Aviel, what man do you want to be?
I want to be a strong man. I want to be a caring man and a loving husband, and I also want to be successful in life. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
So for me, when I grow up, I want to be a footballer, like Neymar and Messi that are making millions of dollars. I just want to be like them.
Okay. Mr. Ebube.
Okay, a responsible man, first of all, an attentive man, someone who knows what is going on around them, someone who is aware. You want to be a man who is aware, because it's when you are aware that you can lead. If you're not aware, you cannot lead. As a man, you're supposed to be a leader. So you have to be aware, then responsible, then, attentive at the same time. When you're attentive, it will be easier for you to love. So that's the kind of man I expect that when you grow up, you would be.
Okay, thank you. So, what steps are you taking now to become the man you want to be in the future? And what steps did you take when you wanted to be who you are?
The steps I want to take, also have proper education, then seek higher education, then go to university, then have a job, be a good leader I'll be a role model to young kids and be a good leader, and I'll get married and I'll take care of my family, and yes, and I'll worship God. So
Very nice.
Okay, thank you.
So I want to be like a responsible man who is always looking after his children, who is always looking after his wife, who is not being so angry at his children whenever they do something wrong. Also, yeah, I'll start taking those steps.
Okay, so what's the best advice you've received while growing up?
the best advice I've ever received is always to be attentive, notice your surroundings, explore, and also be kind, and yeah, something like that.
So I've gotten advice that I should focus more on my studies, and then I'll be successful in life.
Who advised you?
My parents.
Oh, okay. And who advised you too?
My father.
Nice. So, it is what it is. For now, all you're supposed to be focused on is your studies. Play as much as you can. You understand? They'll tell you not to play, read, but seriously, play as much as you can. Read as much as you can. Take advantage of every opportunity in front of you like you're doing now. A lot of you are looking to get a job, but these skills you're developing now may just be what would serve you well in the future. You know that. So be playful,
Yes,
be curious, be ready to learn. Whatever you see that is good, that people are doing, always want to know what is it about and how they are doing it. And I bet you, when you get to that stage where you need to take the next step, you would know. However, you have equipped yourself with communication skills like this and the things that you need in the future.
Okay, thank you all for your answers. What values and characteristics do you think are very important for the man you want to become? And for you, Mr. Ebube, for the man you are?
Self-control, happiness, loving, caring, attentiveness, self-respect, respect, and some other things, yes.
Do you know what those things are? What is self-respect?
Self-respect is respecting yourself. And
Okay.
self-respect is having respect for yourself and managing your anger, something like that.
What is
And
self-control?
self-control is okay.
You defined self-control as self-respect.
Self-respect.
So what is self-control?
Self-control is controlling your emotions, controlling your state of mind, and yeah, that's all I can tell you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so what values and characteristics do you think are important for the man you want to become?
Loving, caring, goodness, self-control. That's what I can think of.
Okay. What does it mean to be loving?
To care about my
What values and characteristics do you think is important for you to have as a man?
Okay. When I was like you guys, when I was growing up, nobody really. Now you say your dad told you this, your dad told you this, your dad told you that. Nobody really told us anything. We're just growing up, but what we saw were the things we want to be like. For example, I saw my dad loved my mom. And how do I know that he loved my mom? There is this thing, I grew up in Assemblies of God Church. So there is this thing that we used to do, Women's Day. So on that Women's Day, women will present gifts to their husbands. So my mom will be there, my dad will be there, and you see they exchange gifts, they hug each other. And usually you hear my mom say good things about my dad then, that, when people are complaining to my mom that their husbands are not giving them money to cook, their husbands are not doing this, their husbands are not doing that, my mom always have the opposite story. And those were the things that we saw. And those were the people that we want to be like. Yeah. You understand? So as we grow up, then we begin to add definitions to those things. But most importantly, I'll just say being a good human being and just respecting the other person. Just learn to respect the other person. The other things will fall into place and you know the kind of man you want to be. But most importantly, zero your mind to be successful, because that is very important. That is very important. However, that is also, there are levels to it. But your own kind of success, you need to define it and just zero your mind to be successful. And learn to respect another human being. That is all.
So if you're taking the steps to be respectful, what are those steps that you need to take?
Okay, number one, listen to the other person. Hear what they have to say first. Even if you have something that is contrary to what they have to say, hear what they have to say first. Then when you hear what they have to say, calm down and put your own words together. If someone responds to you in anger, don't respond back in anger. Do you understand? Calm down. Listen to what they have to say and speak to them on the perspective of what they have said. Even what you have to say is contrary. There's a book I read, how to have friends and influence people. Have you read it?
I think I know the book, but I'm not sure.
How to influence people. So even if someone is arguing, and the book says don't counter that argument, even if you have a better fact, calm them down. You say, okay, I think what you're saying might be correct, but let's look at the facts together. You understand? You've not argued. You've respected their view, but you have something that is superior to what they have to say. Then that way, they will listen to you. So just listening to someone first before you say whatever it is you want to say is kind of a way of respecting them.
Okay, so Ola and Aviel, would you rather go for a dream job or a career? And why?
A career as in whole. A career I want.
What's the world forces on you? Let me put it like that.
I rather go for my dream job because I'm happier doing something I love. Yes.
Okay, Aviel.
So I'll actually go for my dream job because that is what I enjoy and that's what is making me, and that is what I'm proud of.
Okay, when you were young, would you rather go for a dream job or a career? And have you went for the dream job or the career?
Okay. Okay. In this state now, it's good to keep dreaming. It's good to keep dreaming. But the truth of the matter is, you can achieve whatever you set your mind to achieve. That is important. Whatever you set your mind to achieve, you can achieve it. However, if you say you want to go for a dream job and you find out that at the end of the day, there are better options that will give you the same kind of things you want from that dream job, then you go for it. You understand? Will I say where I am now, I'm doing my dream job? No. But will I say I'm living the kind of life I want to live? Yes. When we were young, we wanted to be an engineer. Just what do you want to become? I want to be an engineer. What do you want to become? I want to be a doctor. What do you want to become? But no, I'm not doing any of those things. I don't even remember what I studied as a mechanical engineer. But now I'm selling real estate. Am I doing well at it?
Yes.
Perfectly. Am I meeting my needs? Perfectly. But however, there's room available for you. You can become whatever it is you want to become. But if other options come across your way and they don't go against God's law, that's important. And they'll meet your needs, give you the kind of life you want, you have the total chance to go for them.
Okay, thank you for your answer. So today's Bible reference is 2 Timothy 3 verse 13. That the man of God may be competent, equipped for every good work. What does that scripture mean to you?
Okay, what judges your competence is your relationship with God first. You know, God has made the man the head of the family in this world, but God is the head of the man. So the man has to be in connection with God. So God supplies the direction. You show the direction. You understand? So when God supplies the direction, you show the direction. Your place as the head, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Your place as the head does not necessarily mean you have to provide the means. And I think this is something that we need to begin to discuss in Africa. The place of a man as the head of the family does not mean he can provide, or does not mean he should provide the means.
Gender equality.
Not in that sense, but the man is still the head. The man will provide the direction. This is how I think the family should go. You are in connection with God. You are the one who received the direction. Because even the Bible talks about Abraham, that he knows that he will teach his children in the statutes of the Lord. So you are the one who is in connection with God. You are the one receiving the direction. You are the one, let's say, let's go like this. However, what do I mean by the means? The money does not have to come from you. Because the truth is, let's say the truth of the matter, our women are rising. Our women are rising. For example, I was talking to one of my mentors who works in an oil company, and he was telling me that even in their company, they have made it so that in the next few years, women are going to be heading all the leadership positions in the company. So those women are probably going to be earning more than their husbands. Then if they have men who don't learn to respect another person, who can't control it, then that money could be a problem into that family. You understand what I mean? So you are the head. You provide the direction. You also need to you also need to accept the fact that the means to get your family to, according to that vision, to where you need to go, doesn't necessarily have to come from you. I just hope you understand what I'm saying. The man is supposed to provide direction, number one. Number two, provide security. Number three, provide love. Number four, make sure that the harmony of the family is intact. What goes on between the man and the wife, what goes on between the children, make sure everyone gets along together. And just like you have leadership positions in all parastatals of life, there's always that head that makes sure everything is running fine. So it is the man's duty to make sure the family is running fine. So you, as a man, your duty will be to make sure your family and those around you, they are in good state of mind and they are running fine, and you provide the direction which you want the family to go, where you want your family to go to, you provide the direction and make sure everything is running fine. And also, there is this side of leadership that is also the servant side. You know, Jesus Christ was saying to his disciples that he that wants to be the head among you, let him serve. And there's the world we are in now, there's no how you can take service away from leadership. If you want to be first in anything you are doing, serve. Just serve. And how do you serve? By helping other people. If you think you're good at something and there are people you know that are not as good as that, help them. For example, in the house, the man is the one that has the strength. So maybe your wife is cooking in the kitchen or she's trying to attend to the baby. You can also help her do one or two other things. You serve your family, then outside in the world, in your business, you also serve and you find out you are winning on both grounds.
Okay, thank you for your answer. If you want to be part of this, check the link on the screen or the link in the description. Follow our social media page and send us a DM on Instagram.